So, this is the fourth instalment of this year's fireworks display. Another order from Fireworks Crazy down in Chelmsford, and as I said in the last video, highly recommend them. They've got great products at great prices, and they've got great customer service. I'd highly recommend them. And no, I'm not endorsed by them at all, as much as I'd love to be. Anyway, I got another bunch of cakes, as you can see, and a bunch of mines down at the bottom, which I've been after for quite some time, but we'll move on to those in a minute. Quite a lot of big stuff, a lot of bangs this time, and everything in pairs because I've started getting more ideas for how I want to shoot my show. And a lot of this will be mirrored, so we'll have one firing position on the left and one on the right, and they'll go up together in sequence, which should look nice, fill the sky a bit better than either two in the middle or just one on its own. So the first firework I decided on this time was Spin Doctor, which I'd not heard of before this year. As far as I'm aware, it's a bigger version of the virtual vortex that they do. It's the same effect, tourbillons I believe they're called. Only this one, obviously it's bigger, it's got more powder, and they're 30mm tubes, so hopefully the effects look even more impressive. I will likely buy Virtual Vortex as well later on in the year, just as a comparison to see whether it is worth spending the extra money to get the bigger version to see if the effects are that much better. But we'll wait and see with that. But yeah, two Spin Doctors, they should look really nice in a quiet segment of the show. On the left we've got two China Stars, a very popular firework from Celtic. It's a 49 shot 25mm single effect cake. I believe the effect is white strobe with red stars, and it looks very, very nice. It's a single effect cake, and that's something I quite like in fireworks because it simplifies it a bit, allows you to coordinate things a bit better. It doesn't matter if one's firing slightly faster than the other because the effect is the same and you only really notice it right at the end, whereas if it's one of these multi-shot, multi-coloured 150 shot cakes, you tend to find that if you're firing two, they go out of sync. But yeah, so two China Stars, they'll go off together much like Spin Doctor, one on either side of the crowd. On the right we've got Oceanic, another single effect cake from Celtic. It's 36 shots, 30mm, and its effect is gold tail to gold crown or gold brocade, and this is one of the more impressive pieces that Celtic do. It's very, very professional looking. The breaks on these are huge and the hang time is great. Perfect as a finale firework. I'm tempted to use it towards the end of my display. I like to finish gold, so I imagine it'll go towards the end of the display, but a very, very good firework. And again, two of these, one going off either side, and that should look really, really nice. And the cakes down there in the middle, similar to last week, W firing cakes from Celtic, Champagne Fizz. This time the effect is a crackling tail up to a crackling gold palm, I think would be the best way I could describe it. I saw online there's a couple of videos of these, and I think whether the demo video is different to the actual product, I don't know, but it fired 5 or 6 banks of 6 fireworks in a V shape rather than 10 banks of 3 in a W shape, which I was quite disappointed with when it turns out that it is the latter. So to overcome that, I thought, well, I'll just get 2 of them, put them in a central firing position and fire them at the same time. That should fill the sky just as much. I'll still be getting 6 shots going up at once. So nice and noisy, nice crackles, and hopefully nice and sky filling. So we'll see how that goes. And then down at the bottom, my favourite part of this order, because I've been looking for these for, well, since I got into fireworks really. Some 3-inch mines from Kimbolton, called Krakatoa. They've got 6 different effects, I think, and I got 3 of them. The 4 in the middle that you can see are gold brocade. They will be the final things to go off. They will be the last hit on my firing system, hopefully along with a bunch of gold brocade rockets over the top to leave a really nice lasting effect at the end of the display. Like I say, these are 3-inch mines, and they're true mines as well, which is something that I feel consumer fireworks has been lacking. A lot of the mines you tend to see are just rapid fire shot tubes, maybe with a few stars thrown in a lift mine, but nothing true where it is just a one hit mine. So yeah, I'm really happy to see these. So we've got the gold brocade ones in the middle, 2 silver cascades on the side that will be worked into the body of the show somewhere, and likewise with the red to crackling mines, they will also be worked into the show. I will get more of these if they're still on sale next month. I'm hoping that they are. I'm hoping they don't sell out. I know mines are quite popular, at least with the more nutter type fireworks enthusiasts. I would consider myself one. I know Sovereign did something like this a few years back. They've not been sold for quite some time. I wasn't into fireworks at the time, so couldn't really tell you much more. But yes, these mines look very, very good, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how they perform. So that's the sort of quick run through of the next addition to this fireworks display. The next order should be coming next month. Not sure where it's going to come from. It may well come from Fireworks Crazy, but we'll wait and see. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.